Follow me on Instagram and I will follow you back.
CC family, it's Dawn Marie with Custom Comfy Crochet, and today we are going to learn how to do the rolling waves crochet stitch. So basically we're going to learn how to make these really cool rolling waves. Now I basically used 3 colors for this, the white and the blue, and this is just a swatch. It would even look better if I would have changed up some of these colors like here in the middle. So like with some, you know, just different colors, it looks so amazing. But this is just the swatch that I did for this video. So having that said, you can use any yarn that you want to, and you can use whatever hook coincides with that yarn. So if your yarn calls for a 5mm or 5.5 or whatever, if you're using a chunky yarn for this, you can use anything you want. I used a 4 worsted weight yarn for this. I always like to tell you what I used, and I used a 5.5mm hook. You will need a pair of scissors and a darning needle depending on what you're making. Now I will go ahead and tell you, I pulled up my yarn on the sides as I go, and that's just easier for me. I don't see a reason to cut off, because even if I turn this into a blanket, I'm going to put a border on it, and I would just border right over this, so you would not be able to see it whatsoever. So I'm going to show you how to do that within the video. Like I said, great stitch, easy to work up, and I'm just going to be using 2 colors, but I would suggest using more. Okay. And my hook rolled under my paper over here. Okay, so we're going to start off with the white, just like I did with this, and then we'll transition into some blues, okay? So I've got a little hair clip holding my yarn into place. So you're going to start with a slip knot, and this does work in multiples of 10 plus 3. So we're going to start with 33. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3. Now, I always like to say, if you are new, because I do a lot of beginner crochet videos, this could definitely be done if you're a beginner, as long as you know the stitches. So I will briefly go over the stitches, but if you want something more in detailed on how to do these stitches, we're going to be working single crochets, half double crochets, double crochets, and treble crochets all within this. So if you're not familiar with that, or you need help holding your hook or holding your yarn, please look in the description box below. I have a beginner crochet video that's really great for that, okay? So we're going to start right out into our first row here, and we're going to do 1 single crochet in the 2nd chain from the hook. And then we're going to do another single crochet. Then we're going to do a half double crochet. Yarn over, go through your stitch, pull up your yarn. You have 3 loops, go through all 3 loops. Then you're going to do a double crochet into each stitch of the next 2 stitches. So yarn over, pull up, go through 2, and go through 2. That's a double crochet. Yarn over, go into your stitch, another double crochet, pull up your yarn, go through 2, go through 2. So that's 2 double crochets. And then we need a treble, 1 treble in each of our next 2 stitches. So yarn over twice, go into your next stitch, pull up your yarn, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2. And 1 more treble, yarn over your hook twice, go into your next stitch, pull up your yarn, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2. Okay, so there's our 2 trebles. And then we're going to do 2 double crochets, 1 in the next 2 stitches. So there's 1 double crochet. And in the next stitch, 1 double crochet. Then we're going to do 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. And then you're going to do 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then 1 half double crochet, and 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1, and then there's our second one. and then 1 treble in the next 2 stitches. Okay, then 2 double crochets, 1 in each of the next stitches, 1 and then 2. Then 1 half double crochet, and then 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. Then 1 half double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 in each of the next stitches, 1 and 2. Then 2 treble crochets in each stitch. We're going to put 1. There's 1 treble. And there's your second one. Then we're going to do 2 double crochets, 1 in the next 2 stitches. Then you're going to do 1 half double crochet, and then you have 2 stitches left, and you're going to end with 1 single crochet in each of those, 1 and 2. So let's look at this real quick. We see that we have a bunch of little circular like humps here. Okay, so we started off low, we went up high, went back low, went high, went back low, went high. Okay, and I guess that's why it's called the rolling wave stitch. Now, in this last stitch, I went ahead and finished it off, but this is where you want to change color. So I'm going to pull back through and undo that single crochet to where I just have the 2 loops on my hook, okay? And this is where I'm going to bring in my other blue color. So I'm going to undo my little hair clip here, and we're going to pull in this other color. So I'm going to do a little loop. And I'm going to pull this through, just like that. And I'm not undoing this white, and I'm not going to undo this blue, because remember, like I told you at the beginning, I'm just going to pull them up on the sides, but I'll show you how to do that, okay? Chain up 3, 1, 2, 3. Turn your work, and that chain of 3 does count as your first treble, okay? So that counts as a stitch. So we're not going to be working into here. We're going to be working into our next stitch, and we're going to be putting a treble crochet. So again, wrapping around our hook twice, going to the next stitch, pull up your yarn, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2. Okay? So that's our 2 treble crochets, because remember, this one counted as a stitch. And then we're going to do 2 double crochets. So 1 in each of the next stitches. So 1, and then in the next, another 1. 2 double crochets there. Then we're going to do 1 half double crochet. And then we're going to do 2 single crochets, 1 in each of the next 2 stitches. Just like that. And then we're going to do 1 half double crochet. And then we're going to do 2 double crochets, 1 in each of the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. Okay? So then we're going to repeat that. So we're going to go into our next stitch, and we're going to put 1 treble. Go into our next, put 1 treble. Go into our next and put 1 double crochet. Go into our next and put 1 double crochet. Then go into the next and do 1 half double crochet. Okay, so go into the next stitch and put 1 single crochet. And into the next stitch, put 1 single crochet. And into the next stitch, 1 half double crochet. And then in the next 2 stitches, put 1 double crochet. 1 and then 2. Okay? And then starting over, in the next stitch, we're going to put a treble crochet. In the next stitch, we're going to put a treble crochet. In the next stitch, we're going to put a double crochet. In the next, a double crochet. In the next stitch, we're going to put 1 half double crochet. In the next stitch, we're going to put 1 single crochet. And in the next, 1 single crochet. In the next, 1 half double crochet. And a double crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. And that leaves us with 2 stitches here. And we're going to put a treble in each one of those. Now, if you get here to the end and you're kind of like, huh, that doesn't really look like 2 stitches, turn it on its side. I say this a lot in my videos, but when you turn your work on your side, you can see those V's and you can see that you have 2 stitches left. So again, we're going to put a treble in each one of those. 1 and 2. It might help you to write this pattern down as you go, or you might have a great memory and can figure it out pretty quick, okay? But as you can see, we're dipping down into these, okay? So at this point, we're starting low. We're starting high and going low and going high and going low. So we're just doing the opposite kind of what we did before, okay? So what we're going to do now is, repeat what we just did one more time. Now, we are going to be repeating rows 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Those are your repeats, okay? So what are we going to do? We're going to mirror just what we just did. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn your work, and then we're going to go right into the next stitch and put a treble. Now, if you're new to crochet, it's going to be hard to tell exactly what's below you, but if you're not, you're going to be able to pick up on what's below here. So I can tell these are 2 trebles, these are 2 double crochets, that's a half double crochet, and those are 2 singles. But I'm still gonna let you know what to do again, okay? We're just doing just what we did before. So we're gonna go into our next stitch and put a double crochet, into our next stitch and put a double crochet, and into the next, we're going to put a half double crochet. Into the next, we're going to put 1 single crochet, into the next, 1 single crochet, and into the next, we're going to put a half double crochet. Then we're going to put 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then we're going to do those 2 trebles again. So there's 1, and there's 2, and then we're going to do 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, and then we're going to do a half double crochet, then we're going to do 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet again, and another half double crochet. Then we're going to work our double crochets, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then we're on our trebles. We need 2 of those. So 1 treble, another treble, and then we're going to work our double crochets, 1, 2, and then a half double crochet, then 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, a double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then our last 2 stitches are going to be trebles. Now this is very important right here. This was our turning, and we need to work in the top of that as well. So while this may look like just one stitch to you, this is definitely two. We need to work in the top of this treble, and we need to work in the top of this chain of 3 that we did. And we're going to put a treble on the top of each. So 1 treble right here. And find the top of your chain of 3. So 1, 2, 3, and at the very top, you're going to put a treble crochet. Just like that. And that's what it looks like. So pretty. Okay, now we just ended that, but we're not gonna end that. So I'm gonna undo it where I've just got my last 2 loops on my hook. And now I'm gonna pull up my white. So my white is still attached. And I'm not going to pull it tight. I'm just going to pull it gently right up here to the top. So it's just going to lay flat next to this. So I don't ever have to cut off anything, okay? If you prefer to cut off, you can, but there's really we worked in our white yarn, and now we're going to go into our row 3, okay? So our row 3 is going to be, they're 3 and 4 are going to be a repeat, but they're exactly the same. So we just did 2 and 3, which are exactly the same. That's a repeat. And now we're going to do, I'm sorry, 2 and 3 are a repeat, and 4 and 5 are a repeat. Okay. So we're going to chain 1, turn our work. Okay, and because the rules of crochet are, if you're working single crochet, even though I chained 1 and turned, I still need to work a single crochet right here into this first stitch, okay? So we're gonna put a single crochet there, then we're gonna go into our next stitch and put a single crochet. Then we're gonna go into our next stitch and put a half double crochet. Then we're gonna go into our next stitch and put a double crochet. Into our next stitch and put a double crochet. And then we're going to do our 2 trebles, 1 in each of the next 2 stitches here. So there's 1 treble, and then there's 2. Okay? Then we're going to do 2 double crochets, 1 in each stitch, 1 and 2. And then you're going to do 1 half double crochet. And then we're going to repeat what we just did. We're going to do 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 2 double crochets, and 1 in each stitch, 1 and 2. Then we have our 2 trebles, 1 in each stitch, 1 and 2. Then we're going to do 2 double crochets, 1 in each stitch, 1 and 2. Then we're going to do 1 half double crochet, and then we're going to start over again. Okay, so we're going to go into our next stitch and put 1 single crochet, go into our next stitch, put 1 single crochet, go into the next stitch and put 1 half double crochet, do 2 double crochets, 1 in each stitch, 1 and 2, then 2 treble crochets, 1 in each stitch, 1 and 2. Then you're going to do 2 double crochets, 1 in each stitch, 1. So here's my second double crochet. Okay, 1 half double crochet. And then we're going to do our trebles, 1 in each of the next stitch. Don't forget to work in the top of this one and our chain of 3. So here's our treble. And in the next stitch, remember to count up 1, 2, 3, and in the top of that chain of 3, put another treble crochet. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And so we're going to repeat what we just did again, and that's going to be row 5. Okay, so we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and remember that chain 1 does not count as a stitch, and we're going to single crochet in our first available stitch here. Then we're going to single crochet in the next. Then we're going to half double crochet. Then in the next 2 stitches, we're going to put 1 double crochet. Then we're going to do 2 treble crochets, 1 in each of the next 2 stitches. Okay, so basically I'm just doing exactly what we just did. Okay, so then we're going to put a double crochet, a double crochet, a half double crochet, a single crochet, a single crochet, a half double crochet, a double crochet, a double crochet, and now we're at our trebles. So 1 treble crochet, 1 treble crochet in the next, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and now we're at our trebles. So 1 treble, another treble, and 1 double, 1 double crochet, 1 half double crochet, and then 1 single crochet and 1 single crochet. Okay, so that is exactly how this pattern is worked. So you have this first initial row that you do, which is technically like 4 and 5. But that's just getting started and doing your chain. So I would just like you to know that you're going to be repeating 2nd row and your 3rd row. That makes this place right here, and your 4th row and your 5th row. Okay, so those are going to be your repeats for the end, whatever you're making out of this. If you're making a handbag, if you're making a blanket, a baby blanket, oh, I don't know. There's so many things that you could make with this. Those are just what comes off the top of my head, but this could also make placemats for your table. Really, it would just be beautiful for anything, and it's a wonderful beach type motif. So just repeat these as you go. You can just keep pulling up the yarn. So again, as I just ended here with this single crochet, let me just show you this real quick. Just pull out where you just have those 2 loops, and then you would pull up the blue. You obviously don't have as much space to pull up because it's just a single crochet, not a treble there. So and then you would just chain up your 3, turn your work, and then you would start rows 3 and 4 again up here. I mean 2 and 3. I'm so sorry. 2 and 3. You would start up here, and then 4 and 5. 2 and 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so real quick, I'm just going to go over with you the repeat. So for the 2nd row, your repeat is you've got 2 trebles, 2 double crochets, 1 half double crochet, 2 single crochets, 1 half double crochet, 2 double crochets, repeat. Okay, that's for your 2nd and your 3rd rows. For your 4th and 5th rows, the repeat is 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 in each stitch, realize when I say two, I mean one in each stitch. 2 treble crochets, 1 in each stitch, 2 double crochets, 1 in each stitch, and then 1 half double crochet, and then repeat. Repeat to the end of the row, and then repeat in another row. So I hope that wasn't too confusing and that you understand it all. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I would love to help. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, email. All of that stuff is in the description box below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you could watch a full ad here or there to help with the cost for the materials for this channel. I hope everyone is staying safe and wearing your mask, and I hope everyone is healthy and blessed. I'll see you in the next video. Happy crocheting. Bye-bye.